Now, in other news, China's censorship regime is about to get a wee bit stronger. Or maybe I should say way bit stronger. Users of Chinese microblogs, also known as Weibo, will soon be required to use their real names to register on Chinese microblogging sites. Beijing contributor Charlie Custer explains what this means.
Since it first came to China, the growth in microblogging has been enormous. China has 600 million internet users, and most of them are on microblogs. But fears about rampant rumor mongering and speech that's just a little bit too free led regulators to mandate a real name registration system. And now the clock is finally approaching 0 hour. Although new users on microblogging sites like Sina Weibo have had to register their real names for a few months now, existing users have been allowed to remain anonymous. In China, real name registration doesn't mean that users have to use their real names. They can continue to use the screen names they've been using anonymously, but they have to file their actual name and their state ID number with their microblogging provider. Ostensibly, the purpose for this is to confirm that they're real people and their account is not a spam account. But it also allows the government to hold them legally responsible for anything that they say online, including politically critical speech. One user wrote, "If common people have to fear being disciplined and warned when they speak, that is a scary step backward for society, like we're learning from the good North Korean example." In fact, real name registration is becoming something of a fad even outside the world of microblogs. One Weibo user bemoaned the trend with a long list of the things that now require real names, from microblogs to train tickets to buying cooking knives, and then ended with this sarcastic comment: "I suggest that government officials' property and lovers should also have a real name system, and that they be publicly displayed." Plenty of users are optimistic about the potential for the real name system to cut down on spam, but it's not clear how effective the system will really be. Some analysts have suggested that it may produce a black market for identities, much like the one that exists now for mobile phone numbers. For many shops at a small fee, it remains possible to buy a SIM card using someone else's identity. But no one really knows how things will turn out past the March 16th deadline. It's expected to have a major impact on user activity across all of China's microblogging platforms. But as that date approaches, there are rumblings that some services may not make the deadline. Regardless, real name registration is coming, and anonymity on the internet in China may soon be a thing of the past. In Beijing, I'm Charlie Custer for LinkAsia.
Sina, which has the country's largest number of Weibo users, predicts that 40% of its microbloggers will fall silent after the deadline.
Now on U.S. airwaves, a global channel of uncompromising stories. World news, documentaries, entertainment, and culture. Link TV, connecting you to the world. For more information, visit linktv.org.